which Loki line does Tom Hiddleston like the most? Thank you, my friend. I think. 4 words I'm not sure he has uttered in his life. Yeah, thank you, my friend. Which is, of course, what Loki says to Mobius in episode 5. So yeah, I loved saying that. It felt new. It felt like a new chord, something, a new utterance, a new expression for Loki. Glorious Purpose is obviously great, but maybe it was time to change his tune. Adalor asked, what's your favourite theory about Loki or the MCU that you've ever heard? Somebody did once tell me that they had heard something about that they thought that basically Loki was real and living on Earth, and that he was playing a character called Tom Hiddleston, and that he was playing it very well. So yeah, I thought it's all very meta and confusing. So, you know, maybe I'll be the last to find out. Who knows? Anonymous, somebody anonymous, somebody whose identity does not want to be revealed, but fair enough, has asked, if you were asked to play Loki for the rest of your life, would you? L, in Cleveland, Ohio. Well, L, not so anonymous anymore, but perhaps it's an alias. Very smart. However, if I were asked to play Loki for the rest of my life, would I? Yeah, absolutely. I'm so lucky that I've got to play Loki for this long. And, you know, I feel like he's such an interesting character who's been around in human consciousness for so long. And he's got so many different aspects, so many different complex characteristics, that it feels like every time I play him, I find out something new, or we get to evolve him or take him down an avenue that we haven't gone down before. Yeah, he's been around for a while. I think he's going to be around for a lot longer. Meanwhile, I'll just hold on for as long as people want me to hold on for. Innocent Frankie asked, was there ever a time with Loki that you felt you didn't know exactly where his character was going or how to play him, given that he's gone in so many different directions? So I don't know that there was ever a moment where I felt I didn't know exactly where his character was going, because part of the character is this unpredictable nature. And as I think classic Loki says, played by the great Richard E. Grant, you know, Loki says, do you have a plan? And he says, well, you know, don't die. And Loki says, don't die isn't a plan, it's a general demand of living. Surely you must have a plan. And classic Loki says, survive. That's what we do. That's all there is, that's all there ever was. We survive. So perhaps I've always known what Loki's doing, because his ultimate goal is to get through to the other side, to survive. But it's a great question. Thank you. @Saw the Panda asked, Tom, which historic event would you love to travel to? That's a great question. Which historic event would I love to travel to? I think if it's one event or multiple events, I think probably to go back in time to the first performances of great works of art, to be there at the inception of some great work of art, to go back and see a Shakespeare play in its first performance, Hamlet, for example, to go back and watch, I don't know, a Beethoven piano concerto for the first time, or I don't know, watch the Beatles play their first concert. It would be these kind of moments of that change the world. Would be cool. If I had to pick one, Shakespeare's first performance. There you go. Charlie Lotti, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. Charlie Lotte asked, how was it to help produce the show? Did you get a new side of the character because of that, or any new perspective on Loki? Much love back to you. It was a privilege because I love acting, but helping to produce it meant actually being in the room, helping to kind of create the story, create the tone, think about the scripts, think about where the character was going, where these, inventing new characters, bringing new characters into the story. What I loved is that when you're filming something, you often don't have the time to, there is always time for some invention, but often it's about working together with every department to bring the thing to life. But in helping to produce it, I was invited to conversations much earlier where you can all sit around a table and have long conversations, dreaming and imagining and wondering and asking what if, and what if Loki did this, and what if Loki did that, or what if the TVA was this. So yeah, I felt really lucky to be part of that. Thank you, great question.